Welcome back, guys, to another episode of InsideGmG. How's everyone doing? Hope you're all safe. It's getting hard, man. It's getting hard. The withdrawals of the things I used to do outside, it's hitting me. I can still do it, but you have that cloud, that eye in the sky that you feel that's looking over you, or you feel kind of like guilty, but it's all good. So yeah, well, as I said, how we're always going to start the show. What I'm currently playing is what am I actually currently playing? Well, I'm still playing Persona 5. Yeah, the game is huge. I've got a lot of hours in, and I've only done my third palace now. I think I'm on my fourth or third, and it's going well. There's a lot of features that open up compared to Persona 4, which is always nice to have more to do in a game like this. But they're very, once again, very snappy, quick. They explain it and then you're kind of let off to do what you need to do. And I got it quite quick. Maybe that's because of my experience of the previous games and I kind of already know the flow and I'm already into the flow of how Persona games work. But yeah, loving that. But that's pretty much what I've been playing. But yeah, let's just get straight into the topic that I wanted to discuss anyway, which is Jason Schreier leaving Kotaku, but more about what his style of journalism means and stuff. So he's someone that breaks a lot of news around the industry and stuff, and I don't always agree with some of his opinions and stuff like that, which is fine, but I really like how he's different from other publications and stuff, and how he goes about getting his information and the stuff that he breaks, which is kind of the thing where as a gamer you want to be surprised, but at the same time when you hear about the stuff that he breaks years from it actually being released, I think it that's always a dicey topic anyway. But I just think as an industry as a whole, it's good that we have that style of journalism, because if it wants to be taken seriously, it needs to be opened up to things like this. So leaks happen across all different industries and stuff, and there's always insiders that are able to get that information. Gaming is unique in that sense where part of the surprise and part of the lure of it is actually its secret, how secret it is. So with what he does, that can kind of conflict and make people think, well, hold on a minute, why is this guy, I didn't want to know about that and whatever, but then he feels but he has to report it. If he has those sources, he has those leaks, he has to let it out. But that's whatever. I'm just interested in, the more documentary style, the more not derogatory type of information that he's leaking, in terms of this is coming out and you could take that one way or the other if you believe that or not, but more just let's get inside of Studio X and see how they operate and see what they're dealing with. So he's a big component of advocate for the unionization of the industry, and that's a whole different subject. Covered it a bit in a podcast that I did with my friend JJ, but he's definitely someone who is not afraid to get the dirt, right? And gaming is, something that, once again, very secretive. So it is a conflict, really. It is something where I don't know how I feel necessarily about a studio that doesn't want something to come out, which in itself, I don't believe is really a thing. I always feel that with leaks, it's definitely initiated by the company or whatever that's a part of it. And what I mean by that is, if you want something to be airtight, you could. I always believe that, right? Yeah, GTA never ever have a leak, and they have huge people. When I mean leaks, massive leaks, in terms of, maybe now things are loosening up because you do hear rumblings, but they're quite general. GTA 6 is coming out, and it's just yeah, no shit. Of course it is, right? But I'm talking about real when Jason Schreier basically just blew out the whole of Fallout 4 and stuff like that, I think it was, and stuff like that does not happen all the time, obviously. But when you look at a company that's as big as Rockstar and how many people they have working on that game, and we really didn't know anything about GTA 5, right, before they decided to show us. makes me believe that, you know, leaks generally is something that if a company's kind of laxed about it or they want it to come out, it will happen. If they want it airtight, it will. But saying that, I do like his style of just getting into that studio and learning about it. There's other journalists that have started doing this. No Clip is another one that does really good documentaries I watched. Like the Doom one was really cool, and it's nice to have like different insights in that. But obviously gaming is naturally secretive in terms of you don't want to share your tech necessarily. You don't want to give away, you don't even want to show something that's not fully working so that people have a perception of it, because then that could be a negative perception. But like games go through so many different versions, like from something that looks, you'll first look at it and be like, this is total garbage, I don't know what I'm looking at, and then you see the final product and you're like, wow. But if you take that first initial impression, you know, you might be stuck with that, and a lot of people do. They're like, they see that and then they forget about it, it goes out of their head, and you know, you've lost that potential sell maybe. So I understand why studios would be very, very secretive and hold their cards to their chest, right? Yeah, it's nice when they do open up and they feel comfortable to show it, but it depends. It's a case by case, and that's why like someone like Schreier, I don't think he really gives two shits about that. Like he's like, okay, we got this studio, if I know I can get information from here, I'm gonna do that, right? There are a couple of things actually which for me I would like to see, whether it's Jason Schreier or whoever, to investigate, right? Yeah, stories. Obviously, one on my list is the whole Kojima thing and Konami, whatever happened there. We probably might never really know. Maybe if he decides to come out and say or thing, but we'll never really know what happened there. But it would be interesting. That's definitely where someone like Schreier would be like great to like go and look into that if there was something to look into. But the second one, and this one's like really close to my heart, would be the whole Scalebound Microsoft thing. Yeah, because I don't know about you guys, but that game was like the game for me on Xbox One. Like I could not wait for it, right? And then when it got cancelled, obviously there was a lot of heartbreak, all of that stuff. But more importantly, I just want to know like what happened. You have a developer like Platinum, and you have like the buying power and muscle that Microsoft brings, right? How those two don't culminate into something amazing is just beyond me. Yeah, and I know there's like the argument of, oh, the game wasn't that good or whatever, but it's like, that's why you work with these developers to make sure it becomes good. You know what I mean? You can reach a certain level of quality with things that you're not happy with, and it's very interesting, you know, with the different stories that, like little stories that are coming out saying that Platinum were working on something else while they were doing this, and you know, it wasn't just a case of Microsoft like just shutting the door. Yeah, which to be honest, I believe in a way, because why would you? But then again, that's why I'm asking the question of like, what really happened? You know what I mean? I would love that, and that's where something the style of Jason Schreier's journalism would be really suited to stories like that. Once again, this kind of does go into the thing of maybe they don't want people to know and stuff. And like I said, I'm being totally selfish here and just me wanting to know what happened there. But it's a story that I think should be told. Recently, Phil Spencer came out and just flat out said, we ain't doing Scalebound. Like, we are not working on it. That project is done. Even though there's rumblings of like, I think Platinum saying we're open to do it but it's in Microsoft's court, and you know, all of these conflicting statements. But he's come out and said it. No, it's not happening. So now we know that is, and I've had many sleepless nights looking at that. I'm like, okay, right, now I would just like a bit of closure in terms of what actually did happen, or not even closure, just insight into like how that didn't become to be, basically. Because for me, man, Scalebound had so much potential, and let's not even make it into a Scalebound thing. We'll probably revisit that. But yeah, guys, this is a quick one. You know, I just wanted to get that out there, you know, push that out so that you guys can marinate over it over the weekend about what I've just said. Let me know if you're, you know, happy or sad about Jason Schreier leaving Kotaku, and where you think he might end up if he's going to do his own thing independently, or maybe join another, bigger publication, which I don't really see happening. Oh, sorry, excuse me. But I don't really see that happening in terms of him going to like someone like IGN or something, because like I said, his views on unionization and stuff may be a bit of a conflict in terms of how they perceive the industry, and how they're very cozy up to publishers and stuff like that. So, and he's very much, look, if I found this, I'm gonna write it. But IGN, they have channels that you need to go through, and probably a lot more channels than Kotaku say. So we'll see. But that's it, guys. That's GMG part 2, episode 2. I don't know what to call it. I'm gonna go play some more Persona 5 now. You guys stay safe, wash those hands, eat loads, might as well, hopefully this is clearing up. I mean, in the UK we've had an extension just announced, so yeah, still got like a month left of this, hopefully, fingers crossed. And that's enough time, probably not enough time to complete Persona 5, but we'll see. I'm gonna shut up. I'm Ed, take care of yourselves, and wash those hands.